This story is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Because you were only living a few minutes away from one another during your childhood. Darnell, how'd you find your father?
Well, for a number of years, I used Google searches, social media platforms. I even walked up to random strangers in hopes of finding my family. And I had this nagging desire to really know them and find out who my family was. And so, January of last year, I was done. I was emotionally and mentally drained from the search. And my incredible wife just said, try one more time. So I reached out to my adopted family and I asked them for any paperwork that they had. And I took some of the names from the paperwork, plugged it into Google search, and the number was to my grandmother, my mother's mom. And I called them and told them, my name is Darnell, formerly Darcel. I was given up by my parents. Can you help me find my parents? She said, we've been looking for you. And so we both were crying. And I come to find out my mom had passed away, unfortunately, in 2004 from breast cancer. But my dad was alive, and so I gave him a call shortly after.
So, Hampton, talk to me about how you felt when you received that phone call.
When I got that call that night, it was an overwhelming feeling of joy, but at the same time, I was a little nervous, due to my addiction, man. That's how I lost these kids, me and their mother, due to our addiction. And
So both of you were addicted at the time?
Yes.
That's why you were deemed unfit?
Yes. We had Darnell for 12, 13 months before I ended up getting incarcerated. His mother took him to this neighborhood woman who, took care of kids. And she left him there and didn't come back. Once I had gotten out of the program, I attempted to stay clean and I messed up again. But all through it, I've always wanted to connect and find out how they were,
Wow.
That didn't.
So, Darnell, what's the hard part of working through all this for you?
Reconciliation is messy. And as much as we like a feel-good story, and I would love to say that, everything has been peaches and cream since we've gotten together, but I think the hard part is getting over the fact of the abandoning. It's getting over the fact. And my father's been great, but he was honest with me. And he told me, looked me in the eye and said, I love drugs more than I loved you. Mm-hmm. And just hearing that, I still struggle with this idea of being enough and for someone to stay in my life. And so it's something I'm working in. I'm in therapy for it, and lots of prayer and good community.
Yeah, but man, your constant search for him, has been so impressive. But right when you was about to give up, that God you serve, he knew you at the end of your rope. God don't ever put no more on you than you can bear.
That's right. That's right.
No?
Right.
I'm looking at you. I know you it. My mama raised me in the church. You God's dude. Now you got a little girl. How has that impacted this whole situation?
She's my world, Nia. In fatherhood, you carry all of your experiences with you, and it can either make you the best father ever or the worst father ever. And I've chosen to allow this experience and the rest of my experiences to make me the best father I can be. So it's definitely has drawn us closer.
But now let's look at the bonus too. Nia got a granddaddy.
Yeah.
Pretty cool granddaddy, too. She gets to know him. She gets to say, my grandpa gave me a doll. My grandpa bought me some in school. She gets to say that now. And your adoptive parents. You understand? She in a win-win. Get to grow up and see your dad. This gonna heal a lot of people, man. Congratulations, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for being here, Hampton. I love you, man. Appreciate y'all. Keep it right here, folks. We'll be right back. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.